give it up. Here is Mario Alberto, everybody.
Hello, thank you for the introduction. What can I say after this introduction, right? I don't know how many of you guys have Instagram, but I actually went through the whole program, and then, as he was saying, I saw this saying like, you want to know how science can help you save your marriage? And I was just like, wow, this is amazing, right? This is super cool, way better than the mathematics that I'm going to talk about, right? And then it continued and said, if you want to know, just come find out with Mario this Friday. And I was just like, what? So anyways, today I'm going to talk about how to solve problems of marriage stability using scientific thinking from a mathematical perspective. So, anyways, as he mentioned, my name is Mario and I'm from Mexico. And if there is one thing that we Mexican people are proud of, is of course tacos. You got it, right? But after tacos is the fact that we are very romantic people. And when we find someone we like, we dress up as mariachis, we bring serenatas here in Basel before 10 p.m. We give flowers and small details, we write letters, you know, the whole package. But in a country with 126 million people, if there is one thing that is actually quite tricky, is dating. And we all have this friend that says, dating is not complicated, no worries, I'm gonna teach you, right? My friend is still single. And since he teach me, maybe in a parenthesis here, my contact information is at the end of my slides. There is no such thing as bad propaganda, okay? This is not why I sign up for Science Slam, I swear. Anyways, if you see a llama here, there are no llamas in Mexico. I just received like a special request to put a llama on my presentation, so people llama people. Okay? Thank you. So when I was trying to look for a better solution, I realized that there is a bunch of people with the same problem. Because the moment that I Googled it, the first result was a formal introduction to the marriage stability problem. And this is how I was introduced to mathematics, trying to look for a better future, and of course for dating, right? Now, in this problem, we have two groups of people historically considered as men and women, right? And each one of these individuals has a set of attributes, like what they like to drink, what they like to eat, if they like tacos, if they like spicy food, you know, the most important characteristics of a person. And each one of these individuals can see the attributes of other people, right? So that they can construct a preference list where they rank the people from the other group according to their own preference. Like, for instance, this girl likes Mexicans, I am Mexican, so this is very important for me, right? So she's on top of the preference list. Now you know why the llama is there, right? You get the idea? I'm trying to go into preference list. Now, the objective of this problem is to form stable couples between the individuals of both groups. An individual here, the stable means that there are not two individuals that will prefer to run away with each other instead of staying with their assigned partners. We all saw this movie with Julia Roberts. We all know how the story ends, right? Now, this problem belongs to the social choice theory area, and it has very important applications in many other fields, like the assignment of prospective students to universities, the assignment of medical residents to hospitals, or the assignment of internet users to servers. But deep in our heart, we all know that the main application is actually dating. And I can see many of you guys taking notes. Good for you. Now, back in 1962, two brilliant people, Gale and Shapley, designed a beautifully simple algorithm to solve this problem. And they saved the world from a bunch of drama and broken hearts. In this algorithm, every man that is single proposes to the woman at the top of his preference list that has not rejected him yet. The woman can decide to accept the proposal and boom, they engage, or to reject the man. If the man is rejected, no big deal. He's going to propose to the next woman on his preference list. He's trying to go for his best shot, like the rest of us, right? Now, if the woman accepts the proposal and they engage, and later there comes another man and proposes to her, and she likes this man better, then she breaks up the original engagement and re-engages with this new alternative. Sounds familiar? A little bit scary? This is how society works according to mathematicians, okay? Now this process continues, and after some iterations, the algorithm arrives to the optimal solution. And these solutions are quite interesting, and I will explain you why. First, no matter the initial conditions, there is always a stable couple for everyone, in all cases. In fact, there are multiple solutions with stable couples. So my brothers and sisters, hang in there. There is light at the end of the tunnel, okay? Now, the group that proposes, they always end up with the most preferred stable match, which is good, right? But what happens to the other group? The group that receives the proposal, the group that decides to accept or reject the proposal, they always end up with their least preferred stable match, or in mathematical terms, this doesn't mean that they always end up with their least preferred choice, but from all the possible stable matches, they always end up with the worst one. Now, isn't this shocking? Isn't this mind-blowing? There is an asymmetry with respect to gender, and this is not only an asymmetry, these solutions are complete opposites. The group that proposes receiving the best possible deal is completely tied to the other group receiving the worst possible deal. And now you can all imagine the implications of this, not only for dating, I mean yes, especially for dating, but also in many other areas where this problem has many important applications. For instance, every year there are thousands of medical residents that graduate from school and they need to go work in a hospital, right? It is well known that solutions used to be optimized for hospitals. Hospitals always receive the best deal. A little bit unfair for the medical residents, right? Nowadays, the trend is to actually optimize solutions for the residents. A little bit more fair world, right? Now, interestingly, finding an algorithm that is neutral with respect to gender is still an open question in this field. But anyways, people, bottom line here, it's not me, it's not Mario that says this, it is science. If you want to end up with your best possible deal, don't wait for a proposal. Just go and propose yourself, and may the force be with you. Thank you for your attention.